Welcome back everybody, this is Tyler Weeb from Pro Physique, and in today's video we're going to talk about cardio for fat loss. Alright, welcome back everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic week here so far. Arnold is coming up, so really excited about going to Columbus and just getting to see everybody and as always meet more new awesome people. It's always so much fun. I'm going to be working the Core Nutritionals booth a couple of the days, so if you are going to be there, make sure to stop by, come say hi, let's get a picture, come check out some amazing supplements. If you haven't had a chance to try Core yet, they're going to have some amazing deals that you're only going to be able to find at the Arnold. It's like a once a year deal, so definitely worth. Leave some extra space in your luggage. I know I'm going to be doing that so I can bring home some goodies, but if you're going to be there, again, just make sure to stop by and say hi. I would love to meet any and all of you. But before we go ahead and get into today's topic, just make sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button right there so you're not missing out on any future content. And as always, if you would like to see any topics talked about in future videos, or if you just have any questions for me that you would like to see answered more in depth, please just go ahead, go over to my Instagram, shoot me a DM. I'd be more than happy to get to those for you guys. I mean, this is all for you, help educate you so that you can take this and go off on your journey on your own and do this on your own. So please, if you have any questions, send them to me. I'd be more than happy to answer those things for you guys. But let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. So just building on my last video of how to calculate your macros, now we are going to start talking about cardio. So all of this is for you to help you get started on your fat loss plan for 2020. I know summer is coming up. People are wanting to look a little bit better in their swimsuits. So let's talk that plan and let's get things rolling. So you know how to calculate your macros, you have done that, you're starting on that process and you're getting used to tracking and eating and hitting your numbers with consistency. And now we want to add in this other factor that is going to help us greatly with our fat loss, and that is cardio. Yes, that evil word, cardio. How much, what type, when should you do it? We're going to cover everything in today's video. So let's go ahead and really dive into it. So the biggest thing that we want to determine first is how much cardio are we going to need to do to start this process. Do we start off doing cardio every day? Do we do it once a day? 3 times a day? Do we do double cardio right away? 2 times a week? Where do we start? Well, you are going to need to look at how much cardio are you currently doing, right? Because we're always going to need to build up on top of that. Now, hopefully you're not doing too much cardio at this point. If you are doing too much cardio, you may want to go look at some of my videos on reverse dieting first. This being, if you are doing, let's say, 5-6 days, 60 minutes of cardio, we're probably going to be a little too much. You're probably not going to have the time for any more cardio. So go back, watch my reverse dieting videos, learn about that, go through that process, because that's going to be very beneficial for you. But this is, if you're doing very little cardio or none at all, maybe, that's actually probably even a better place to start. So we always want to start off with the most minimum amount that we can to drop body fat, right? We don't want to go from 0 to 100 because you're only going to have to go to 100 to 150 as soon as the body adapts to the current amount of output that you are doing. Yes, the metabolism is going to eventually adapt. So that's why we always want to start off with as little cardio as possible, because now we can have tons of room to bring that cardio up as we start to plateau and as metabolism starts to adapt. So what I really like to do is, if someone isn't doing any cardio, what I'll usually do, and I like to start off fat loss with a bang if we can. Like, we want to see results first week. I mean, it doesn't always happen, but if I can, I really would like to see that, because that just gets us off on the right foot. So let's be maybe a little aggressive with our first cardio. All right, so we're going to start off with 2 by 30 minutes. That's typically where I really like to start off. 60 minutes for the week, I feel, just really gets things started. You get into that good little mood. You have some of those endorphins from cardio. and you do feel like you're doing something, right? Like that's not a small amount of cardio. It's not a ton of cardio, but it's something to make you feel like you are moving, you are doing something. And there's a good chance, that we are now creating that caloric deficit with the help of decreasing our macros. And we'll try and talk about that as well in another video once you do have some of that consistency down. So that is exactly where I like to start. 2x30, boom, let's get this going. Okay, and now as you move forward and as you plateau, you are gonna start to notice patterns of, hey, I can add this much cardio and I'm gonna start to see that fat loss. So anywhere from, I would say, 20 to 25% increases in cardio when we do plateau are going to be quite helpful with helping to create that caloric deficit. So again, when you need to add in some, don't go crazy, add in that minimal amount so that you can keep things going and you still have room to add down the road, which is just gonna help prolong your dieting phase, okay? So that is how to add, how to adjust, and how to manipulate your cardio to help you continue along your fat loss. Now, what type of cardio should you be doing? There are 3 types of intensity for cardio, and we'll touch on each one very briefly, but we'll mainly talk about the one that I think is going to be best for your fat loss goals. So we have a low intensity steady state, so something like walking. We have medium intensity steady state, which is something like jogging. And then 3, we have high intensity steady state, not probably steady state, but high intensity cardio that is all out sprints. Now, I would probably not go with running, which is that medium intensity state cardio. Just some of the metabolic adaptations that occur can hinder muscle and break down muscle, and the body adapts quite quickly to that. And so what that means is that you just need to do more and more and more to continue to get that fat burning effect, and the body becomes very efficient at burning fat at that intensity. And so it actually gets harder to lose body fat the more and more you run. Secondly, high intensity sprints. These are a pretty good mode of fat loss. The great thing about them is that they are quick. The sessions typically don't last very long, roughly around 20 minutes, and you're in and out. The negatives is there may not be as great with fat loss as steady state cardio. They might be close, but probably not quite as good, and they can be very, very hard to recover from. So if you are getting quite lean, you're on lower calories, you're already doing more cardio on the other days, you're gonna have a hard time recovering from that HIIT cardio for your training sessions, which we do want to make sure that we are recovered for and bringing the full intensity. So HIIT I would use sparingly and early on in the diet. Now everyone is a little bit different. Some people do like HIIT later into their diets, but I have not seen or found many of them. So typically you are eventually going to switch over to more steady state cardio, which brings us to probably the most optimal mode of fat loss. Walking on an incline treadmill for time at a very low intensity. The reason that this is such a good mode is that this is going to be the mode where your body burns the most fat as energy during the activity, right? As long as you are keeping that, VO2 max below that, max 65%, the main mode of energy burn is fat. So this is why I like to use steady state cardio for all of my fat loss clients, all of my prep clients. This is the main mode of cardio that we are going to do. Now the downfall is, and can be, it does start to take up time because time does go up, and if we're starting at 30 minutes, right, you can see how that can rise. But if you are looking for a great mode of fat loss for cardio, then steady state cardio is gonna be your best bet. I really just like doing it on an incline treadmill. Allows you to recover, allows you to still burn body fat, and it's just going to be a great mode overall to utilize for your journey. Okay, so we have how much, we have the kind. Now, when should we do it? Should we do it after our workouts, before our workouts, a random day? When should your cardio be done? Well, not really going to matter too much when you do your cardio. I do tell all my clients, hey, I recommend doing it after your training session. You're already at the gym, may as well just hop on the cardio and get your cardio done. Then it's over, you go home, relax, and you don't gotta go back the rest of the week or the rest of the day for your cardio. Or you can do it on your off days from the gym. And if you are only training 5 days a week, right, you've got 2 days where you're not really doing anything. Feel free to go in the gym. Do your full hour of cardio on one of those days. Front load it, back load it. Take use of that time to really try and get it done. Eventually it is going to get to a point where you're just going to have to do it after the gym on your off days. It really isn't going to matter. But as you start out, feel free to play with it and what works best with your schedule, right? Because you still need to have your life around this fat loss phase. You don't want to just be spending all day, every day at the gym. So really look at your schedule, plan it around your life, and then you can go from there. All right, guys, that's gonna be everything. So cardio, fairly simple, and how much should you be doing, what kind you should be doing, and when you should be doing it. So take those examples, take that advice, apply it to your fat loss journey, see how it goes, make sure you have those tweaks and those adjustments, and then you should be good to go as long as you are dropping on the scale and seeing some changes in the body composition. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and we will chat again soon.